Welcome to NBA Today. Richard Jefferson, Kendrick Perkins here, and that was LeBron James at the ESPYS last night confirming that he is, in fact, breaking news here, coming back to play his 21st season in the NBA. So, Richard, you and all of this, you played with him, you won a championship with him. What is it that has made it so that he has been able to extend his prime the way that he has, have this sort of longevity here?
Well, obviously enough has been documented about how he takes care of his body and how much money he spends. But ultimately, if you don't have a drive and a hunger, it's even hard to do those things. And I think what makes all the greats, including LeBron, it doesn't matter if it was MJ, if it was Kobe, Tim, Dirk, they are never satisfied. They never look at their scrapbook. They're always looking at what's next, and they always believe that they can continue to progress. And LeBron James, to his credit, for 21 years, even longer, has never wavered in the how can I get better, how can I continue pushing, and that's what makes him special.
Perk, what are your expectations for him now that we know officially he is entering year 21?
I don't have any. Seriously. Like, we talk about year 20 last season, and he averaged, 29, 8, and 6, and got his team to the Western Conference Finals. Well, LeBron James, again, like he said, long as, I'm giving it my all and my heart and my energy is into the game of basketball, it's no limit. And so I guess Father Time don't exist when it comes to LeBron James, but I would say this. He's still a guy that's going to go out there and average 25 a night next year. I believe that because he could do that in his sleep. I think we'll see a more improved three-point shooting for us from LeBron James. And I think he's going to start to expand a little bit more. We're going to see him playing a lot more daddy ball on the low block area. So, again, I don't have expectations for LeBron James. He exceeded all of mine.
Well, let's bring in two people who have covered LeBron James for nearly his entire career in Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst. And Brian, I do want to start with you here if we could, because I'm curious, from your vantage point, what has changed about his game that has allowed him to extend in some ways what has been an unprecedented prime for him?
Well, he plays more with his head now than he does with his athleticism. He doesn't jump as high or run as fast as he used to, but he's still so dominant. I mean, this is his case, guys. His case for where he is in NBA history is that nobody has been this good for this long. Year 20, battling injury, in 11th place and with the trade deadline, they end up in the conference finals. It won't go down as a title, but it was a brilliant campaign, a brilliant season. Here he comes again, year 21. He'll maximize it. He has maximized his career, and he's done it year after year, and he's lacing it up one more time.
You know, I remember when he was in Miami, and we all were talking about when is he going to go down into the post? When is he going to start playing more of that style? Last year in the Western Conference Finals, he was guarding Jokic. Like, he was playing in the post. He was defending the post. And I think the fact that he's able to do that and have that versatility to his game in year 20, and now as we move over into year 21, Perk, you said it. He's going to play. I'm not going to call it daddy ball. That's something you could call, okay? But it is called old man game, okay? Andre Miller was a guard who used to play like that. That's what you do when you get a little older. MJ did it. Kobe did it. LeBron could be one of the best post players if he wanted to, but he has such a versatile game. He's never specialized in that. But as you get older, that is where you generally move to. And I think the fact that he shoots pretty well from behind the three-point arc, that's where I think you see his game go.
Yeah, if we had to be really technical with what he does, he's got to improve his free throw shooting because these things, because again, late game, now they have some better free throw shooters on their squad, but free throw shooting, let's get his free throw shooting into the low 70s, or I mean the high 70s, low 80s. If he wants to improve his three-point shooting, he's got to shoot between 35 and 40%. He's done it multiple times over his course of career, but to your point, Ramona, when you talk about being in the post, playing with Bron doesn't like going into the post until the latter third of the season and into the post. Doesn't mean he won't post up, but that's a lot of banging. That's a lot of bumping. That's a lot of aggressiveness. And you see elbows in the back, forearms in the back, just being a very physical presence. If you ask him to do that for 82 games, especially at this age, is difficult. So when you see him, his post numbers increase, and obviously being on his teammate, I watched him and understood why. But his post numbers increase as the season progresses. He doesn't want to bang for 82 games. He wants to do it the last 10, 15 games and then get ready for the postseason.
Well, and that goes back to what Brian's point was about not necessarily playing the entire season with his physicality at this point in his career, playing with his head. But let's just take a step back to last night. LeBron James gets on stage and he starts delivering his speech. And he says, I want to use this opportunity to talk about something. And I was sitting next to Kendra, my sister, and we kind of look at each other, and we both get our phones out like, okay, this just feels like a moment. We just need to make sure, are we going to be heading from here, taking off our heels, running back to our computers and doing any sort of breaking news? Probably not, but maybe this. And he said, I want to make sure that when I don't want to cheat the game. I don't want to cheat the game at any point. And if I feel like I am going to, if I feel like I am cheating the game, that's the moment that I'm going to hang it up. But today is not that day. And then everyone breathed a huge sigh of relief. But Brian, you said that at the end of the day, yeah, they made it to the Western Conference Finals. And it was incredible, not taking anything away from that. But we know what LeBron wants, right? LeBron plays for championships. And I know, Perk, you said no expectations in year 21. But Brian, do you think that they've done enough? What do you see for the Lakers this season?
Well, I think they want to really see how good this roster can be. You know, they were so good after this trade last year defensively, and they've added some more versatility and some more athleticism. I think they just want to see what the ceiling of this team is. I don't think we should assume that they won't look to make a midseason trade. They still have a first-round pick, but they did elect to use their mid-level exception on Gabe Vincent, so that's hard capped them. They will not be able to add salary to a certain extent, but they still have tradable assets. Some of the contracts that they signed open that up. So I really think they just want to see it run through November, December, January, and then make a decision. Rob Pelinka has shown he can really add to this team very well over the last couple of transaction cycles. And he's got one more to evaluate between now and next year's playoffs, where you want to see what they can do if they run it back.
Oh, the news that LeBron James is coming back, certainly, you know, what we all expected here, but it's nice that it's official.
And the ESPY goes to Angel Reese, LSU women's basketball.
I just want to say thank you, and another natty is coming, period.
I want to tell you what I think. I think LeBron James is the baddest Mom.
The day I can't give the game everything on the floor, it's the day I'll be done. Lucky for you guys, that day is not today.
I mean, the ESPYs, they were pretty incredible last night. So let's take a look at some of the notable basketball winners. Starting with Nikola Jokic, he won Best NBA Player after leading the Nuggets to their first title. He became the first player to lead the NBA in points, in rebounds, in assists in a single postseason all time. And then Jokic's teammate, Jamal Murray, won an NBA championship last month, and now he's won an ESPY for Best Comeback Athlete as well. It was awesome, Richard.
Well deserved.
Seeing him deliver that speech. And of course, let's not forget about Asia Wilson, won Best WNBA Player after leading the Aces to their first title in team history. She was a force on both ends of the floor last season. She won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. And then, of course, there's LeBron James. He won for Best Record-Breaking Performance after he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record. And first up, we're going to check in on the Pistons rookie, Asar Thompson.
Asar, I love me some Asar. I love the Thompson twins. Love them.
Ooh! A little high-flying reverse alley-oop.
Oh, he floated too. Watch. Oh, got it.
League pass team to watch, Rich?
The what?
A league pass team to watch?
No, not yet. No, I'm sorry. You got to prove to me you're going to take my time, my eyeballs. You got to prove to me.
Well, what about our Raptors rookie, Marquise Noel?
Well, he's going to get a lot of time because I think the Raptors are eventually going to dismantle this.
But here's the deal. Look at this. Pulls up. For three, Perk.
A lot of time doing that.
He did the step, and then what's your advice for him? Because
don't ever do that again. He was trying to get back on defense.
That was a pass. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Well, then there's Chet Holmgren, monster again last night. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 5 blocks. What's the ceiling for him, Rich?
Rookie of the year this year, in my opinion. I think Chet Holmgren. Now, again, I think Victor's numbers are going to be crazy, but I think we forget that Chet was the other 7-footer versatile perimeter guy. He was just hurt last year. He's on the Ben Simmons thing where he's had a whole year with his team, trained, physical, know the system. He's going to be shot out of a cannon.
Plus, he has a little bit of motivation, something to prove after folks said, well, can his body type be sustainable? He gets hurt his first year. But look at this. Tied with Scoot Henderson, second favorite to win Rookie of the Year at plus 300, according to Caesar Sportsbook. Of course, behind only one Victor Wembanyama.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.